to the news because
I agree.
all kind of stuff that's like pertinent stuff that we need to know that's going on, and we worried about just like who gives a shit? Like he, I don't care that he accused he for. Y'all found out he lied. Let him move on. Like why are we still talking about him?
For 3 years.
Why? But why? Y'all wasting all this money on this, all the corruption that's going on in Chicago. This is what y'all worried about.
This nigga, he shook the whole world up with that shit. Because it was like the perfect crime. Like
he didn't shake up the whole world with that
he
shit.
He did. Think about it.
First of all, we all knew he was lying when he said he was going to Subway. Well, nobody shook up.
No, niggas bought into that. I swear to God, they bought into it.
Man, look. But even if they did, once they found out he was lying, come on now. 3 years, we still talking about him for 3 years behind it. We didn't talk about Blago for 3 years.
Straight up.
We didn't talk about him for 3 years. So again, what else is going on in Chicago that need to be talked about outside of Justice Smollett? Because I really don't about Justice.
This nigga, he just
leave him alone. Let him go home.
I agree, but they just keep popping him up. Like he was on TV every day for a good year and a half. Every day.
Man, I thought that they was done with him until I saw it on TV, like Justice Smollett. I'm like, I thought they left that alone. Like we still talking about him.
I just said the same shit. Why is they even wasting taxpayers' money? Got him in court because he whooped his own ass. Okay, he whooped his own ass. We didn't gain nothing from it but embarrassment. He lost his job. What's the purpose? Why are we still on him?
He just, I don't know, because you know what it was, right? The thing was, and so like he did an interview or some shit. This nigga had the little get the LGBT button on or whatever. So he repping that. And he's a black man. And he's in Chicago. And the niggas that supposedly put a rope around his neck had MAGA hats on. I said, nigga. Now
he was just with the dude interacting in sexual intercourse and smoking cocaine with the dude.
That nigga a freak.
Yeah, he was interacting with the dude right before he came up with the fact. That's how they sat there and concocted the whole damn story. They was sitting there indulging in cocaine, smoking weed, drinking, having sex. And they decided to come up with this damn story that they gonna whoop his ass. And he paid them $3,500 to do it. What the fuck?
Right.
They say that he was like, who really gives?
Nobody cared about it.
That's what they say.
But they tracking it because
but that's my point.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Alicia.
No, I said that's my point. Like all the stuff that they talking about, really, like, really,
yeah,
really, like, who gives a shit, Justice Smollett? Like,
I don't know. I didn't keep putting them on there.
At this point, I can't even understand why did they bring charges towards him. It's just like, okay, he did it. I understand. They could have took this to civil court though. Sue him for the hours that he wasted of the police time. Because I think they say he had like 600 hours of police time that he wasted. Okay, take him to civil court. Why is y'all making this a felony defense? I don't understand.
Because they try to lock his gay ass up and it's going to be a thing. They're going to try to spin this whole shit to where it turns out to be racism. That's the goal, I think, in my mind. That it's going to be, it was 8 white jurors.
Well, let's go. So, but I would agree. I don't necessarily know that I would agree that it's racism. However,
no, they're gonna spin it like that. That's what I think.
I was just gonna say, how could they make it racist? Because this is black on black crime.
I get that, but they're gonna spin it.
That's the only thing that I would consider racist. Like, why are we still talking about this Negro? Why?
Because he
whooped his own ass. Why are we still talking about him? Like,
I'm gonna tell you why. No, this the game. This the game that they're playing. Is that he's not only a black male, but he's LGBT. That's like a gold card right now, is to be a part of that shit. Personally, honestly, I don't think he's gay. Just like I don't think he's gay. I don't know this man personally, but I don't think he's a fag. What we low scale, we ain't gotta worry about that. Look,
We had this
but
time.
we ain't got to worry about we low scale. Look, when
But
we
that
get
ain't
high
the point.
scale, then I'll switch it up.
No,
But
that's not the point. It's not the point of being high scale, low scale. You don't want nobody calling you no nigga. So, you know,
I ain't got no control over what people say.
Okay, well, he
LGTB.
LGTB.
And what you want to do is you want to be respectful of people and their feelings, although you may not agree with them. You still want to show them the same respect that you would want for your. That's my only thing with it. Like, I don't agree with it, but I'm not. You shouldn't call folks fags because it's not nice.
You just said it.
What else am I telling you not to say it?
But you telling me not to say it, and you just said it. That don't add up. That don't make no sense.
I'm telling you not to say it.
But you just said it.
He part of that group. He that.
Right.
He that. It's just that the fact is, I don't think it should be made a big deal. I mean, I agree with Kim Fox to drop the case. For the simple fact, like I said, he been busted. You know what I'm saying? He done indulged in embarrassment. He lost his career. To me, I feel like he done suffered enough losses. What more can he lose?
But again, like Mika, my thing would be like the crime that he committed. It wasn't that damn bad that you needed to. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all see my bedroom and everything.
That's all right. Ain't no big deal. It's cool.
Yeah, he ain't did nothing. He's not committed a crime that bad to warrant them doing all that. Like, that's a lot of resources that they're wasting on the stuff that he did. Okay, it was illegal for him to lie and falsify a police report, but okay, like we still on this 3 years later, we still taking him to court. Like, how much does it cost to like run a court and get security and like why?
Yeah, because
I feel like they don't waste that much time on females who call the police on their boyfriends and say they beat them up, then renege on their story. I mean,
girl, I was just thinking that. I Mika. I swear I was thinking that.
It ain't high scale. That's why they don't do that.
I'm just saying, like, y'all don't waste that much time on these civilians that's doing stuff like that. Or the boyfriend and took they done gave the boyfriend the car. The boyfriend been gone longer than an hour they supposed to. They done went and made a police report. I mean, y'all don't waste that much time or energy on that. So why we wasting time on Jussie Smollett?
Because he's a part of the LGBT. They who running it. They got all the cards. They paying the politicians. They got the money out there. That's the facts. That's why the shit is.
So is the LGBT against him or with him?
They're probably with him. If I had to guess. Now, if it came out at some point in time that he's actually not gay, then they're going to be against him. But as long as he's wearing that little button that he had on in the interview, and he's still claiming the fags, damn, I said it again. Okay, he's still saying the gay shit. He's doing the gay shit with the bath. He said the niggas was in the bathhouse and all this freak ass shit, whatever. As long as he's still harping on that, then now, Alicia, your mic out.
I'm sorry. I was asking what a bathhouse was.
I don't know. It's a bathhouse, a house where they baths at. No, real shit. That's some freak shit. That's like where motherfuckers go. That's like the truck stops. It's like in the same line as a truck stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you heard about truck stops.
Yes, I've heard.
Right. So it's the same shit, but with two niggas. You know what I'm saying? Truck stops is like, you know, the broads being truck stops.
I had no idea. The lot lizards, that's what they call them. Lot lizards.
Never heard of that. No, I have heard of that. I never knew what it meant till now.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Okay, I didn't know what a bathhouse was. I'm glad you clear. I've heard that word a few times.
This is like when we was in Thailand. Well, I don't want to talk about that. You know, I'm married and shit now, but long time. You know, but we was in Thailand, and so Thailand had you ever heard? Well, you was in the service, Alicia. You ever heard of the fishbowl? Hello? Oh, your shit froze.
I'm sorry, I was getting in my car.
Oh, okay. I ain't, my bad. Okay, well, do what you gotta do.
Sorry, I was I gotta go pick up my daughter, so I had to bring y'all along with me. And the car It transferred over to the car before I made it to the car. Y'all was in the car talking.
Okay, fair enough. I was asking you, have you ever heard of the fishbowl?
No, I'm scared to ask what it is though. I don't. That just made me scared.
No, I don't be
What
scared
is
of. No,
What
I'm saying
is it?
we both in the service. Fishbowl is basically like my dad was in Korea. My dad was in Korea for like 2 years, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I went to Thailand for like 45 days.
Okay.
Anyway, the fishbowl is like you go to like a bar and there's this big like enclosure, right? And these girls have numbers on them. And so what you do is you go up to, you know, and you pick out, I want number 5 and I want number 48.
Oh.
That's your fishbowl. That's real shit. That really happens overseas. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's interesting.
You say the girls do what? They have numbers and you go pick them out.
You go pick them out. That really happens.
To do what? To have intercourse with them?
What you think?
What you mean to do what? Tamika, I'm shocked. I'm shocked, Tamika. I'm shocked that you asked that question.
Wait. So you go pick these individuals out to have intercourse. You never met them before. You just go pick them out.
Yeah.
And what
Tamika is confused right now.
I swear,
I'll
I'm
explain
lost.
it
Like,
to
why
you.
they do that again?
This is in Thailand. We know. I know for sure it's in Korea because my dad was in Korea, and I was in Thailand. So I know for sure it happens in Thailand and Korea. This is
Wow.
it's the real shit. It's called a fishbowl.
But you know what? It probably happens here, and they probably call it something different. But I wouldn't be surprised if it happens here.
I don't
They
know
call it
where.
prostitution here, but they don't have a number. They call it prostitution, but
Right,
it's
see, it's
just
different. See, America's a strict country. It's different here in America. Once you get
So
outside,
it's legal. It's legal over there for them to
Hell yeah,
run
it's
a number
legal.
and get picked out.
hell yeah, it's big business over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I put like this.
See, that's why I can't go to these countries because I'm afraid I'm gonna go to the bathroom and end up behind a wall that don't have no ending.
Nah,
Wait a minute.
no.
That's different, Tamika. That's a different thing, Tamika.
No, it ain't like that. If you're looking for it, it's because it's different for like the girls that went. I don't know what the girls did that went. I don't know nothing about that, but what the guys did when we went, that's about what we was looking for. So
y'all went
In a
looking
bar.
for the fish. Y'all went looking for the females with the numbers on their back.
yeah. I mean, shit. We in Thailand.
God, you a dirty bird.
Hey, Alicia, he a sinner. He was a sinner.
Oh yeah.
This
On
was
some
like
player
20
shit.
years ago. This was like,
You a sinner on some player shit, player. Ooh, good night.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
it wasn't
that
like
is so
that. I
new
mean,
to
it was
me.
like that. It's the truth. It's this shit really happened. I'm saying all that to say is that between the fishbowl, the bathhouses, and the truck stops, that's just code words for that type of shit. That's all it is. But this shit really happens. It's for real. Now, bathhouses is like that's been all this shit been happening. Ain't nothing new. This shit been happening. And matter of fact, arguably, now I ain't been to other countries. Well, I've been to Bangladesh. Bangladesh didn't have that, but Thailand did. Thailand had that.
But did you have to pay the women's?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to pay them. Well, depends. But in the fishbowl,
What you
yeah.
mean depends?
That's
What
another-
it depended on?
We're gonna talk about all that. But no, but in Thailand, yes, the fishbowl, yes, you was paying. You go to a bar, and that's what it was. There'd be a bunch of girls on stage, big, huge stage, bunch of girls on there. And it wasn't just like one place. It'd be like a bunch of places that you would go to. And that's what it was. They have numbers on. And you go, you pick the numbers out, and then, whatever, boom, 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 and then you off to the next spot. But this shit really
And do the same thing again at the next bar.
Yeah, if you wanted to, shit, if that's what you was on, I mean, then yeah, you can do that. It's out there for you. It's
Talking
big
about
business out there. It's
so
like,
much for the term that's of the fish in the sea.
I mean, yeah, it's real out there. It's for real. Like you know, like I said, my dad told me about it at high school, and I didn't know what the fuck he was talking. I knew what he was talking about, but it's totally different when you actually physically see it. It's right in front of you, like there it is. But that shit really happens. So I know that the bathhouses and shit, it ain't no myth. That really happens.
What's the bathhouse?
That's for the fags. Damn.
Oh, you so trifling. You just won't do right.
Oh, that's where the men's go fan the men's in the bathhouse.
Exactly. That's what that is. And so supposedly the nigga say he was in the bathhouse with the other nigga and they did whatever. You know, he keeps harping on that. It's because it's about the LGBT shit. Black folks know that if they are part of that, they're going to get a part of the benefits that come with that, which means being found not guilty, which means being getting a new job, a new career. That's what comes with that. So he keeps harping on that. The whole thing was staged, according to him, to boost his career. He's still trying to boost his career. See, and LGBT made it fit that he could be on TV for 3 fucking years behind this dumb shit. This is the stupidest shit in the world. He's been on TV. There hasn't been a week that went by that you didn't see his name pop up on somebody's news somewhere in 3 fucking years.
I thought they had resolved it. I thought they resolved it.
Me too.
I really thought it was
No,
resolved.
they were waiting on it. The thing is, they was waiting on a trial date. They had set the trial date. So now he's across
But
the
remember they had decided to kill it initially. Then they got all pissy and decided they was gonna
but see, the thing was Kim Fox rubbed some people the wrong way.
So
the thing is, everything that she did, they were trying to everything that she did in all type of different cases, they were trying to, show her up. So really his case ended up even making it to trial because they wanted to show, the whole thing is they want to show Kim as a bad prosecutor.
But
they want to
show
that she should, right? They want to show she shouldn't hold that seat,
and she shouldn't.
Right.
She's fucked up.
I'm saying? And I agree with that. But I think
but not for that reason though. But I don't think
right.
For that,
that's what I'm saying. I think it's a better way to do it.
Because they let Daly run amok for a long ass time.
But over 20 years,
right? About the shit that he did. So
right.
Kim Fox shouldn't sit in that seat, but it ain't because of that. It ain't because of that shit right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a better way to get her out that seat than to try to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she's done way more things. Like she have let go way more. I think it's way more serious cases because she let go way more gun defenses.
Yeah.
She let way more gun defenses leave, leave out of her court, out of there without going to trial or even setting a court date.
Yeah. So
I think they got way more stuff to fight for. She put known felonies with gun charges back on the streets.
Yep. Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Without prosecuting them or without, even giving them so much as a bench trial. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's way more.
That's the reason why when we were talking about voting, Black folks need to be very aware of their local elections and what these people that they're voting for, what their track record is and what they actually stand for and what they're promising, because we'll vote on somebody just because they Black but that's what I'm saying. But we have to be more politically astute than just to vote for somebody. We need to be voting our interests, and we need to find out what our interests are and what those people that are running, what are they going to do to benefit our interests? And when they don't do what they say they're going to do, vote their asses out. We need to be stopped.
You're right.
But see, the people that put Kim Fox into office was the people that she was her own kin folks, her family and their friends. She came up in Cabrini Green. She was born and raised in Cabrini Green. So she had that whole community from the generation on up until 5, 6 generations on up, vote for her to put her in because she was like what you call word of mouth. Everybody knew her. Everybody knew who she was. So that's how she ended up actually getting it off the same way with Lori Lightfoot too. I mean, they were put in based off their community.
Nah, Lori got in because she
Auntie Lori got. Yeah, I voted for Auntie Lori, but
I voted for Auntie Lori too. But I'm saying though, the majority of her votes and the popularity came from the status, her street status.
Bullshit. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna say bullshit. I agree with that. I'll take that back. I recant that statement.
Yeah, it came from her street status. And same thing with Kim. It came from their street status. It was okay, it's one of ours that's getting in the seat. But it wasn't like black people were saying it's one of ours.
Of course they were.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Oh, yes, they were.
Hey, Lori, black girl magic.
That's right. But Auntie, I'll say this about Auntie Lori. She ain't the best, but she ain't the worst. And I think that she from the shit that she had to fix, like a lot of people, I like her. I like Auntie Lori. I don't think she ain't no perfect politician, but I think that because she came into an era where she behind Daley and Ron, like they fucked the game up, and then she's being penalized for that. They dog Auntie Lori out, like consistently dog her out.
Well, if you look at it like that, you gotta look at it. If you look at it like that, you gotta look at the past prosecutors, the past head prosecutors before Kim as well. Most of them are in jail right now for escorting. They in jail for going to falsely making up charges. I mean,
but my thing with Kim is
all the ones that came before Kim. If you think about all the ones that came before Kim, look at all the ones that got locked up in the 90s or got locked up in the late mid 80s to like the end of the 90s that's coming home off false charges.
But my thing with Kim
is up their paperwork. So I mean, they come into the same thing.
Well, Kim, my thing with Kim is this: if they want to get rid of her, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. My thing is this: don't try to hang Jussie Smollett on her. That's not
right.
That's not even her. That's not her.
And why not?
Right. I agree with that.
Because in the grand scheme of things, y'all can hang her for a whole lot of other shit than that. So why you all picking something that's trivial? It don't really mean nothing like that. There's a lot of other stuff going on in the city of Chicago, and her history with the cases that she lets go and stuff she chooses to prosecute and not prosecute. So he ain't like, again, he's a waste of fucking resources. Nobody gives a shit. I'm really curious as to why they're so invested in him. Like, leave him alone. Let him go live his best life. And if he make another movie, I like him. I thought he was a good actor. I'm gonna go see him.
Fuck him.
I liked him. No thanks. He don't like women, but I think that he did something so bad that we need to still be talking about his ass 3 years later.
Yeah, I said that.
Right. That's kind of ill. But
right, I said that too. I don't think he should not be a factor. He whooped his own ass. Let it be. He didn't get. Enough embarrassment. I think the embarrassment alone was enough punishment for me.
Exactly. So why we still talking about they ain't arrest Emmett, the woman that lied on Emmett Till? They didn't go bother her. Y'all go bother the white women that accused black men in college that raped them and find out years later that didn't happen. They lied. Like, y'all don't go fool with none of them, but y'all want to mess with Jussie skinny ass. Leave him alone.
But you know why they doing it, right?
Yeah, but I want them to leave him alone. Like, leave him alone. Leave him alone. You wasting money.
He's still black.
I agree. Please leave that man alone and let that man go on about his business.
Chicago is they claim that Chicago is so in debt. Y'all really wasting money on this Negro. Like, really?
Straight up.
Really, Jussie? Like, really?
Him.
Really? Leave him alone. Like, let him. I'm gonna make me a shirt. Free Jesse. Leave him alone. Shit.
Don't wear that damn shirt. Please don't wear that shirt.
I'm gonna make it and wear it on the show.
Hey, let Jesse Smollett be.
Free Justin. Shit. Leave his ass alone.
Okay, I can buy a leave him alone shirt. I can buy that.
Right.
No,
I'm gonna wear free. I'm gonna wear Free Jesse. I'm gonna send you one to say leave him alone.
No, I ain't gonna wear that shit.
Why not?
Hell no, I don't give a shit what happened to him. He said
you want them to leave him alone. You want them to leave him alone too.
I want him to fuck off the TV. Every time
My point, they gotta leave him alone for him to get off the TV canal. That's all I'm saying. Leave him alone.
But that's what that is. That's the LGBT shit. They're gonna put their people in the forefront. That's what that is.
I don't know. I don't think they did that one because that was some embarrassing shit. I don't think they had nothing to do with that dumb shit. That was just dumb.
That's what I'm
just
saying.
dumb.
Like, are they against him or are they, because
I don't think they
said,
against him.
They
right,
with him.
That's what
They
I'm saying.
with
That's
him.
what I'm saying. The case. That's why I was asking that question because I feel like the case was dropped. Somebody they picked this back up. She let him go. Somebody else came along and said no. We can't
Them
let
white
this
people,
go.
them white
He
people,
embarrassed
Right.
Chicago.
them
He
white
set
people.
Chicago. And then they like he set Chicago back 100 years. How? Because he beat his
How?
own. There's not many people around here whooping their own ass.
Yeah. How about they ain't talking about him, but we ain't talking about the cops that lied on Laquan McDonald. Like we ain't talking about that shit, but y'all talking about Jussie Smollett for 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm just how that makes sense. Like when you talk about prosecuting shit, how that makes sense? Explain that to me. Cause it don't feel right.
It don't.
We're not talking about the fact that the police is talking about they solving these missing person cases and these people are still missing. Their family members is still not getting the piece that they supposed to, that they looking for.
Right, but y'all wasting money on Jussie.
But we wasting money on Jussie for whooping his own ass. I don't get it.
and going to Subway. Like, come on now. Like, leave his ass alone. Let him go.
Like we knew that was a lie anyway. Who goes to Subway at 3 a.m?
Nobody in Chicago. You go to White Castles. That's where you go at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And then he walked.
That's where you go to White Castles.
Right, he walks to Subway, which was 3 blocks away in the heart of the winter. Who does that?
It was cold as hell when that shit went down.
It's cold. It ain't downtown. So
that was in a blizzard. Didn't we just have a
blizzard?
Yes, at 3 in the morning.
He was hungry as fuck.
Had to get him a cold cut trio 12-inch.
Man. Right.
We didn't believe Jussie when it first came out. So what?
No, that's not true. That's so not true.
Nigga, it's too cold to be outside looking for some food.
Niggas buying that shit, I swear to God. When that shit came out, niggas was buying that shit. Stay woke. And all this other shit. Justice for justice.
Niggas was only banning it because it was putting white people at fault. When they found out this was a couple of niggas that's supposed to hug him and all that, no niggas banned. They hurry up and said that nigga was lying.
Yeah, I was saying that made me say I was like, damn. Damn.
At first, but the way he told the story at first, it sounded like white people. When they found out this was 2 niggas, wait a minute.
Well, let me be honest about something. When he started talking about how they walked up to him and called him, how they walked up to him calling him niggas and stuff, I was like, nah, not in Chicago. Because white folks in Chicago, they ain't stupid. No. But and they ain't saying they cowardly, but what they ain't gonna walk up to you just calling you no nigga like that.
No, not at that time of morning.
Then they had MAGA hats on at 3 in the morning.
In Chicago. A MAGA had to get your ass whooped. So
in Chicago, yeah, especially these both had MAGA hats on.
First of all, a white person out downtown at 3 a.m, he basically jogging. He ain't
Right.
even walking. And it
He
wasn't
jogging, he doing the same thing you out there doing at 3 o'clock.
right, and it ain't even, and then it wasn't even the weekend, so he wasn't partying because he would have been too scummy drunk to do anything.
Nigga was trying to get a sandwich.
Well, first of all, scummy drunk will make you go to Subway because I can't imagine that you're gonna eat that soap.
What the fuck Subway is open at 3 in the morning?
But if most Subways are open 24 hours, but this Chicago,
Right.
so we talking about Harold's Chicken, you got White
Right,
Castle.
White
Like,
Castle.
who eats
IHOP.
Subway drunk? IHOP. Over there you got the actual White Castle. Over there you got Maxwell's.
Yeah, Maxwell, yeah.
You eat Subway. You
You
for real,
going
you
to
eat
Subway
Subway?
at 3 a.m.
That's what he said.
on a cold ass night.
It's cold as fuck out too. It was a blizzard.
And
of
it's
snow.
snowy.
It was a blizzard, like Alicia said. It was a blizzard, and he was out going to Subway.
Hey, Nikki man.
I said, this nigga here. This
And
nigga.
he said
They had.
he had been drinking. Hey,
Oh, that's Kennard and Tamika.
Hello, how you doing?
hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that story didn't make sense no way. So yeah, they ought to leave that man alone.
They
Please leave him alone.
They
I'm gonna get us some shirts to say free Justin.
I swear to God, I'll never wear that shit. But you know what?
I'll make you a headband then, Kennard.
Hey, but on some real stuff, do y'all see that big head ass brother that keep
Which one?
his brother, the one that be in the front? Every time they show him, his brother's like the main one in the front, like his little bodyguard or something.
Yeah, I'll be seeing. He have a whole entourage with him, like he motherfucking
Like he,
like
man.
that dude or some shit, like he Kelly or some shit.
He is that dude. He Jussie.
He Jussie. No, I didn't know
He
who the fuck he was. I still don't really. He was on Empire or some shit, right?
Yes, he
Yeah.
was a sound. And I don't understand why, but for real, I don't understand why he did that, because he was like the major star on there besides Taraji.
I didn't know that.
He was
He
more,
was, but you know, he might have been. He may have been told that that's something that he needed to do too. Like I don't know. I don't know, but I think they should leave Jussie ass alone.
right, because after they took him off the show really started going down anyway. Like him and Cookie made the show. Besides,
They
after
shouldn't have took him off the show. I stopped
that's
watching
what
the
I'm
show
saying.
once they took him off because I liked him.
That's what I'm saying. He made the show. So once they moved him to London, the show didn't really make sense no more.
But
You didn't get no more good music after the show, no more good storylines after it. It just didn't make sense.
But usually,
No, and I didn't care that he lied.
Me neither.
But
I didn't give a
noticed,
shit.
when you see these, I don't cut you off, Felicia. I just want to say something right quick. But when you see these celebrities do these publicity stunts, usually they're gonna come with a movie, or they're gonna come. Okay, look at Will and Jada, right? Will got the shit going back and forth with Jada, right? And it was all this black folks talking about blah blah blah, whatever. So then now he comes out with the Serena
With a
Williams.
book.
What a book? I didn't even know about the book. So
Yeah, he got a book called Will.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
he come out with
He
a
comes
book.
out with that. Then he's got the movie about Serena and Venus. Then he's
King
got
Arthur,
a TV
King
show.
James, King Arthur.
Wait, and a TV show now. So
Yeah.
see, that's what I'm saying. They stage a lot of shit. Kanye do the same thing. They stage a lot of shit because they got something coming up. Just like, I'm gonna tell you this, and y'all mark my words. They had the versus battle with Bone and 3 6 Mafia, right? And it's supposed to have been a fight. You never saw that on them. Never once saw that on them. I
You didn't see
guarantee.
the fight?
I'm saying I never saw a fight on a versus.
Oh, okay.
Right. I guarantee you, Bone and 3 6, between the two of them, is either coming out with albums or they getting ready to go on tour.
Yeah,
It's-
Bone, they on tour already. Bone
See?
Southern, they on tour, and also Bone, also Craig, which one through the microphone? He got a whole CD coming out now.
They all whack. I don't know who, but it make good sense. It make good sense. So I'm thinking, okay,
Yeah.
Jussie didn't have nothing that came out after that. So I don't get why he didn't.
I think a lot of his stuff got pulled once they found out he was lying.
And they found out he was whack.
Well, I think what it was, Empire was getting ready to fade out.
Good.
Because Power had came along and stole their audience.
Okay.
So they were getting ready to fade out. So
and it was getting a little redundant too. Like you couldn't keep on telling the same story they were doing.
Sure,
like,
right, yeah.
Lucius and Cookie fighting was like it was getting old. Like the shit was just getting old.
Yeah, so that played a part in it too, because 50 Cent came and just took over the network. You know what I'm saying? He took over TV mainstream. So they had to come up with some type of story or plot to try to keep Empire irrelevant, which it still ended up fading out anyway. So
they should have kept
just a waste of time.
They should have kept Justin. That's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. They should have made him the next Lucius.
Sissy.
Right. Something.
It's a fruit.
Yeah. And they was headed in that direction. They was headed in that direction to make him the next Lucius. But like I said, 50 Cent came with power and he just took over.
So he don't get no reality show, no game show.
Yeah, he gonna get all of that afterward. He gonna get all that.
It ain't over. Maybe he'll be the next mayor of Chicago. It ain't over.
I was just gonna say after he beat this trial, he gonna get a criminal show.
Y'all think he gonna beat the trial?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even think they're working hard to prosecute. Like I think this is all for a show. Like they're not really trying to. Like why? Like y'all got other shit to prosecute.
But they still,
he gonna beat the trial because he got up there and testified on his own behalf.
Like he Tupac.
He gonna beat it. He gonna say something else. Say something else. Say something else.
He gonna beat it. It's gonna be a not guilty because they really don't have a case. What is the case? That he falsified police documents? What's the most he can get anyway? If he don't beat it, what's the most he can get? Probation?
Okay. Girl, they gonna try to give him some jail time. They gonna try to threaten him with some jail time. But that ain't
gonna do that. But at the end of the day, if they do find him guilty, it's gonna cop out to probation, so many hours of community service. I mean, it ain't gonna be much.
But he could be in jail with his butt buddies and do all that.
Okay, first of all, just because you gay don't mean that you don't have sex. That don't mean you just go around having sex with everybody.
I'm just saying. I mean,
that don't make you butt buddies because you go to jail and men in jail have sex with each other. That don't mean that he's interested in that kind of fun.
He act like he the one came to court talking about he was in a bathhouse with dude and they was in there.
Hey, but you was in a fishbowl. Really? You gonna judge, but you was in a fishbowl. I'm just saying.
Girls in the fishbowl.
You was in a fish, but it don't matter. But it's a fishbowl. It's still a fishbowl, so I don't think you should be judging Mr. Fishbowl.
We're talking about this girls in a fishbowl. You in Thailand?
But the fact that he was in a bathhouse smoking crack and drinking
blows or whatever he was doing, and you was in the fish house doing fishbowl, doing whatever you was doing. It's the same person. Y'all was both getting what y'all was looking for. That's it.
And what he say? They wasn't having intercourse. They was masturbating each other.
Gross.
And I'm sure you was doing that in the fish house, Kennard.
What?
I'm just saying, you a sinner. On some player shit, you a sinner.
21. What? I was 21 and I just...
It don't matter. You nasty. You nasty sinner.
What?
Alicia, I'm still in disbelief about this fishbowl. They just,
I know. You sound a little bit curious. You was like, wait a minute, what? What? Yeah, that's Kennard doing that. Kennard with his little nasty self doing his little young, nasty 21-year-old self.
Woo!
Kennard was a dirty bird.
That was some Oprah Winfrey shit right there. You get a hoe.
Look,
right.
If you go overseas, it ain't like here. It's big business out there.
It's still a hoe. I mean, it's still what it is.
21.
It is what it is, no matter. It don't. So 20. Okay, but they were still hoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why you keep on saying you 21? Nigga, they were still hoes.
Hey, Kennard, it was cool for you to go over. it was cool for you to go overseas and fishbowl, but you couldn't see yourself going down Fifth Avenue picking up one of Mary Jane now?
Hell no.
Was going with it. Why not Canard